close.
Ah, he's not going to do that.
Don't tally him up. I'll figure out how to get on him first. Damn. Down here. Get on quick. Get the camera set. Throw that firecracker, Jack. Throw my hat under it? Yeah. Tell me, my little friend. Hey. What's on this camera stuff, huh? Whoop.
I mean, if you wanted to.
Y'all relax. Get those flanks pulled up a little bit there. Some nice stuff. Next year.
I think about the time we go through the gate.
We're going up the mountain, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's under smarter than think.
He ain't gonna do it today.
Wow.
You don't like it when people are watching.
Hey!
Are you ready, wagon boss?
Almost. Buzz, did you get your dinner?
No. Huh? Get a lunch? We'll stop. Nobody got the lunch? I got
Block out your screen here. Get after him, Daphne.
stuff, yeah.
That was a bad section, wasn't it?
Yep. Good shot of him jump across that creek there. No one went in though, damn it.
It's just like walking through a valley with all the stuff.
Yeah, it's got some nice green grass and springs down there, nice little stream.
We'll just take our time. And if anybody gets tired, they say tired and we stop.
We stop and have a little break.
We say, whip, whip.
And since they've loaded this up,
Me.
we will stop.
Seth?
Picking up trash.
No, we walked back down by the house all the way out today and around. Came all the way through.
Too long if you know what you're doing. 18 minutes. Is that right?
Is it all laser surgery?
Oh, we could very easily. That's why I have my eyes checked for glaucoma, cataract.
My dad lost it over side. One of them came out and
Well, one was that herpes stuff. I did not know that's what John was.
oh, he did?
You know, it's John's eye, one of
Yeah. That's a good one.
I don't remember that.
How's it feel, Bob?
Yeah, you think you do remember that, dude.
They ought to try that somewhere in a little area. There'll usually be more of them.
This is where we came yesterday, and that trail, you see that sign right there, you hit it there. It takes you down.
And I almost ran into the river. And everybody was laughing at me. All the guys were saying, "Hey, around, you need to run harder. You know, your mind's not on the radar." And I said, "No, it's not." She said, "Mine's not either." We all laughed. Yeah, she was just crazy. She had on one of those Texas shorts with a star on the backside of them. Oh, yeah. I mean, she looked just like right out of the beer hammer. And one guy's running a tuxedo carrying a bottle of champagne.
You waiting for the flare? I think we'll go out this way, south of Porcupine Springs. Association can really take care of helping the school in growth some way, and we know cadet activities are being taken care of, so we're doing the one thing we all come back for anyway, and that's the core life.
See, there's lots of folks out there really don't know what, I'm talking about the folks in the association. Some of them want to go full-fledged fundraising,
Like a foundation. Some of them don't want to do anything. I told the general, in my opinion, was we're just that. We want limited special that's with the school. That's with each other. Fund that activities. But we got some mission stuff. You can ask anybody on the board and ask them what our mission is. They won't know. They won't know.
You're on the board of trustees or the board of?
I'm not.
Oh yeah.
We shut off for 2 days, and which is no sweat. We'll go down to our spring, and then went down there. It was off too.
Ah. You're right, Quinn. Oh damn. Let the expert try here. Quit looking at it.
There you go.
Everybody else wants some while it's in the cup?
Fast on it?
Yes. You approve? Yeah.
Boy, it tastes good, though.
Don't drink out of the trough, Dad.
I'm not. Thanks, Quentin. What else did you look at? According to this book, it's somewhere between 400 and 500.
What's he doing now, Kelly?
Runs a jewelry store and a junk store outside Quemado.
Are you sure?
That's what they showed in the movie they did on him. The thing on
He went to work for
Medina did.
Medina.
Went to work for Bell Helicopter.
Medina was for.
Medina was troop commander. Now, what happened to Callie? I have no idea.
The jewelry store
Oh,
and
does he?
this soldier fortune type store outside Benton. He sells commando knives, stuff like that. Your name? No, it's that usual fingers,
Ears, yeah.
Yep. Kelly, both of them were Gerald support marshals. Medina, I believe back is not guilty. And Kelly's convicted. Kelly served 3 years and maybe more. I haven't read the very end of it, so hopefully it'll tell me the exact. See, Medina and he took my place in the AmeriCal talk when I went to command the company. And he came in with the Silver Star and all the, the right stuff.
This was afterwards?
This was afterwards.
Before they got the phone?
Before anybody knew about it. And he was an up-and-comer. And then I was the G2 talk officer that took all the intelligence reports before and after the operation and was the evening briefer. So whenever anybody would be asking questions, I said, gee, I can't remember. But you can talk to Captain Morrell, he'll remember. Because that's how I made my living for 6 months, is knowing everything and briefing it. But shit, a year later, your mind is just, with the guy Piers,
It was a hell of a battle there, Custer. The rest of those sissy bastards couldn't make it, couldn't handle it. Or survive. Well, I tell you what, this is the bad group, I can tell.
I'm telling you, the smart group.
The smart group, right.
They call us survivors.
I've heard it called something else.
Survivors.
Yeah,
That's not what they
survivors.
called us when we left up there, but we called ourselves survivors.
Y'all came back there. The rest of them are up there?
You're up so high, Quentin, that you're going to have to pull them off.
Those guys, you can't believe what they were going to do. They were going to go on up on. We were on top where we could look over the other side.
Those flatland horses got tired.
Hello, Clayton. How you guys doing?
Wait a minute, whoa. Yeah, okay. I was just getting out of his way.
I knew it.
Quentin, did you have any trouble tracking us up the road? Yeah, we lost you in the rocks. Yeah. Did you have trouble? Yeah, well, no, not really. Quentin did great. You want him to ride by, Dusty?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Can they just come around me, kinda?
Yeah. Please. They'll be in a dead run, Dusty.
Okay. Let me get my toilet paper.
Wait a second. Let me get my other camera too, just in case this one clogs up. Are you rolling? I'll stay right so you can get around me. Well, I'll jump to the right with you. Hit him and hit him. Yeah, I'm always right. Hold up the road there and stop, man. Somebody in the middle. Naturally, these mules take a hell of a burden down.
I'll take it up by 10 of that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that just by the foot.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Are you fishing, Marshall? Joe. Quentin, you got the fishing pole?
We got horses, we got tack, everything just going on. And after 3 days of the phone,
Well, oh God.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
If I don't have every one, I miss somebody a lot of times.
God damn. Damn, I wasn't ready for that.
Why didn't you say you were going to run?
Well, I could. I got a good shot of the mule driver losing his hat.
Does this mean we can't do it again?
Oh shit, I got that mule bouncing up in the air and his hat flying.
We didn't know you were going to gallop past.
that was Buzz's idea. He says, let's
It
lope
would have
them.
been nice to let the cameraman know.
Let's lope them.
Lope them, yeah. That was a lope.
Lope,
Just a minute, Jimmy. Action.
What?
Wrong, Jimmy.
I already got you. Now I got your horse. Maybe they'll get off to the side.
Sure.
I've known them for years. In fact, I neighbored with their launchers when I was just working as a cowboy out there. So they asked me, or they said, told me that this is what
Really? What's going on?
Because everybody knows what they are.
Next thing I know, you're outside.
Well, how'd that filming sequence come out?
Oh, it came out real good. Bucking, hat flying, and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, that came out real good.
Scattering out to the wind.
Yeah, if you want any outtakes of this for your own personal thing, just let Jimmy know, and we'll
Clip them and cut them and do them.
or we'll just send you the whole thing, and you can do what you want with it.
Okay. Okay.
There's a bunch of good trail stuff and hiking stuff.
Yeah. Reach down there. I got a hold of that bag. Just that strap broke, and that was when my hat left out.
Well, it came out great. In fact, I went up to the Snuffies there, and I wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
They were all getting a kick inside the bar there. I got a preview of the movie there. So, we'll back in the saddle again music, and Bob Wills will get this son of a bitch figured out real good.
We'll have it lined up.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
You couldn't find a better bunch of bullshitters, I don't think. Boy, I just put the cap on the camera and goddamn always turn his damn microphone on when the stories are over. I'm pissed.
You know, break it. And I'm on John Knowles' side. Whose side are you on?
Don't make us shit. No le hace.
I told old go to that. He said, "You son of a bitch, you always get to choose first." Anyway, he said that over.
Oh, man.
It's funny to sit back and I do a lot of these. And you'll find one or two that are down in my age bracket, but everybody else is about 20 years down the line. Yeah.
Why?
The young generation is busting their ass to make a living. They don't have the chance to come out, slow up, and enjoy.
Oh, man, it's a great crew. It's a great crew. Right now, all I'm doing is taping conversations, and I get some good ones.
I'll tell you what, you're going to get some stories. I hear you. Only thing is you got to edit out all the cuss words.
Well, maybe not. As long as your old lady don't get a hold of it.
Right. There you go. That's right. Kill you, really.
But it's...
I've got nephews that I wouldn't give you 2 bits for all the songs. Really?
Back this one.
God damn son of a bitch.
I like this. That's what I like right there. I got the OB's permission to do that. Well, all of us did.
That's a pity.
Golly.
That was pretty hard.
That's probably the only one left, isn't it?
Hell, I don't know. I haven't taken anybody down. Old Larry was wearing a Bronco jacket this morning with an eye.
I did see somebody with one on.
Larry Powell. Yeah, but if that Delta pilot can do it.
Great looking sweater.
Oh, it is.
Mine is in my closet, and my eye is in my right there. I took it off.
Shit, the moths ate my eye. And the sweater.
We don't have too many times.
They didn't leave anything but
still
the
have
butt,
It's a
man.
great sweater.
Still have the can. I don't have the paddle.
Oh, dear.
The
You
iPad.
broke that battle on my ass, man. I know you did.
You and Hissam.
That's right.
You needed it.
Mean son
There's
of
a
bitch.
rumor that that you went to the Institute longer than anybody in history. Is that true?
What?
Yeah, 8 years?
8
You
years.
just forgot 1 year. That's
Did I?
Yeah, I know he was there longer than anybody else. His family just didn't like him.
I found a home there.
You found
I didn't
a
have
home.
to work.
That's right.
You know what the cadets sing now? Going at home, a home. We finally found a home. That's true.
I did. Listen, I got up there and 3 squares a day. I didn't have milk any cows. I had my horses to play with. I went out for jumping, and I thought, and I found out hitting that little ball might be a little more fun than jumping those horses. Besides, Norman Brinker was my competition, so I said, yeah.
Jack, when was it that you were telling us the other night your folks picked you up, took you home, y'all just brought a well in?
Yeah, I don't know
what year it was.
It was
They dropped
probably
you off in uniform.
Probably my freshman year. Dropped me off 15 miles from the headquarters, and I didn't get home for 2 weeks. We had
in uniform.
Well, they left me off in uniform. I had some clothes to change into.
I don't understand what they did to you.
We drilled a water well.
Yeah.
It was 15 miles from home, which is about 3 miles further south than we had water before. So we had to build a windmill tower, and we had to build corrals, and we had to put in tanks, we had to get the windmill on top so it's making water and all that stuff.
So they just said, here, that's your job. When you finish it,
You're home.
Was this Christmas vacation or something?
No, it's in the summer.
In the summer?
Summer, it wasn't vacation. My dad said, you've been on vacation for 9 months, now you go to work.
That was it. Didn't even take him home, though. They dropped him off.
That's right.
8 years. Jesus.
Hey, a boy from Willard, where in the hell else? You know, you go to New York, you could go to Stanford, you could go to Mexico City.
Or you can go to the Institute.
I did all that while I was going there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know, we even went to...
It beat the hell out of fixing windmills, didn't it?
It sure is, and
breaking ice.
Breaking ice, and that breaking ice is tough.
Crazy Horse Saloon.
Is that what you had to do in the winter to get water to the cattle? And...
No, the water troughs freeze.
Right.
And so, and when it got real hard, it was down about that deep.
So you'd have to go chop that up? So
yeah, you'd have to chop it up with an axe, and then you'd have to get it out. Because if you didn't get it out, then it'd just freeze right back. So, and if it got real cold, you'd have to get all the waters down on the lower level. You didn't have springs and stuff like this. Summertime is cold. Go for it.
We're eating into that 100 stuff.
Dig the middle out of it before we get into the...
Well, I thought they was bringing a new one of those out every night.
No, wait a minute. Pictures come out?
The walk came out real good. The horseback ride came out real good. That's hell of a...
You got the important stuff. You don't tell Jimmy.
Cut the bullshit
Get down to a good walk. Today was one of those things you could have run the whole way. But little elevation, but we just went all the way up the valley. It was beautiful.
God, was that dull? You missed it.
Oh, I know. I've been there before. That's good. You got to see both.
We could see all the way to Arizona.
Oh, you went to Springerville?
I went up this way. I don't know what that is.
Well, they went to Springerville today.
Oh, that's some other group.
Yeah, but for the that new ruin that they found there, Frank Coggins was telling me it was killer. Man, they walked right down into they had a spiral stone staircase down into it. They've uncovered it. God, it sounded great. Next trip.
There are so many options.
Really?
On this trail ride with what we're, and we're going tomorrow to the catwalk and try to find out what that's about.
Now, where's that?
It's 45 minutes? No, it's about an hour and a half. But you remember the ranger son that stood up and talked last night? We're going to his district.
Is that in the Gila?
In the Gila. And there's a catwalk there, and it goes over the Whitewater River. And there's, you can do whitewater rafting. The only problem is we need to extend it another 3 days.
No, thank you. I've had just about enough drinks.
Have you ever done any whitewater? Boy, I did the Taos box. Boy, it was killer. Oh boy, it's
I did that in Canada once. It was great.
The Jennings boys did Victoria Falls in Africa, and that's supposed to be the #1 whitewater. Well, Frank Bond went with him, he ran for governor here, Republican candidate there. God, he had a whitewater rafting trip.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell of it. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it does, but it's fun. You're always afraid when you bounce out of that darn boat.
We were also talking about adding some rappelling to it. They think there's some places up there we could rappel.
Right there. Not very far walk.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if that's loose rock, you can really hurt people.
Oh, really?
Because you got to have a belay man down below, and you start knocking rock off. That guy.
Issue him a Kevlar.
The wind held on. Oh shit, when I let that sucker go, my feet didn't go against the wall. You know, when you first make the jump, you gotta push off. Shit, I didn't, and it slammed into the wall, had cylinders in my hand. I said, my coach ain't gonna like this too much. I ain't gonna play basketball today. But I went back up there though. I'm not, you know, but it was fun. It is fun, but I won't do it anymore.
Rappelling on rocks is really fun.
That one I haven't tried yet.
No,
what were you doing it off of?
Tower.
Oh, okay.
Tower.
The tower at school?
Yeah, they just teach at the school.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in Houston, huh?
And at first I thought they were joking. I thought they were
Nah, not us. No, we're athletes. But the great part about it is now you got the experience to talk about where somebody else, you know, they don't do things.
That school was adventurous though. And on the, what do they call it? When you go out and they take you up in the mountain somewhere, they give you a little map.
Orienteering.
Orienteering training. And you got to go to these little flags and stuff. And you're from a city boy. And the only reason why I knew which way was north was because that was the way the downtown was from my house.
And it was north, right?
Yeah, that was north. That's going north. That's all I knew. And we got there and I'm kind of playing this little stuff. And then all of a sudden somebody says, watch out for that snake. Well, shit, I just took off running. And I took one, I straddled and ran right over and then everybody see me.
Well, the eat is ready.
Find your way here, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
They make all the air out of those meat.
Well, they are really flat.
That's such a permit.
Nobody told us.
I've already taken
Fish on. Late as over getting breakfast.
Jerry, where you want to sit?
Well, see.
That was a slider.
Was this in the old river? Was he cheap? Was he cheap? God damn, I was too. Shit, I was big dogging it. Well, listen, goddamn it, lower yourself. Oh, Jesus. But was his cheating really, Ronnie? Was his cheating?
Yeah.
When he first threw the ball, he started cheating, huh? Oh, yeah.
Raining, Billy stepped on it with your head in his bucket.
Last evening, and the rain got us, and the evening wore on a little bit long. But I want to invite General Scott to come up and say a few words about the state of affairs at the Institute. And General, just take your time.
I'm not going to really talk about the state of affairs at the Institute. I'll mention a few things, but I think the state of affairs out here are terrible. Well, first, Vera Quentin came up to me this evening and said that he'd gotten together with a group of old alums. By old, I think he means as old as he is. And that they were going to sue the Institute because the saltpeter that they used to get when he was there had just started to work. I think he's bragging. I think it started working a long time ago. But I did get together with our one regents. You know, the regents make policy. And I said, well, you know, if the policy was they had saltpeter back then, and it really didn't work too well, since we've got that pregnancy policy we never want to implement, I said we ought to quadruple the saltpeter that we're giving to the cadets right now. And he agreed, so they're going to take that up with the regents the next time they do it.
CJ,
still like it? Well, it's been a super ride again as it was last year. This is they get better. At least this being the second, but maybe it's been more than that. It's a super one. Yeah, and it's been a great year. I'm not going to go back through the whole year because it'd take too doggone long to do. But I'd mention a couple of things because I heard a couple of people asking the question: are you going to have Bronco football yet next year? No, we're not, but we're going to have it in '92. We will have Bronco baseball next year in the fall and spring since they have it 2 seasons now. And of course we have Bronco basketball. I think everybody knows Reggie, and he's really pulled together some super players here for next year. And we're looking forward to all the seasons in that regard. And of course the coach teams look like they're going to be very good next year. One of the things I can't remember whether I mentioned it. I was probably so green at the time, this time last year, that I didn't. But I did mention it at different meetings that we've had throughout the year, and I know I talked about it at homecoming, and that is one of my greatest concerns was the high attrition, and which means low retention, and the fact that we started at about 130 low with the enrollment last year, and I was really concerned because I could see us heading right down the same old path that we went down back in the early 70s for different reasons. And I think that was probably the greatest concern I've had this year, and I'm happy to report that the attrition was the lowest since 1982. It was 16.7% this past year, and that's coming off 29.5% the year before, which means the retention is way up. The cadets are as happy as cadets are supposed to be. And but the main thing is I think they understand exactly where they stand. We're tougher than nails, as we've always been, and we haven't eased up one bit. We didn't compromise one standard during the year, but we were fair and honest, and they knew where we were coming from. And we've tried to really display and demonstrate the kind of leadership that we would like them to exhibit when they leave in whatever business or the military, whatever they get into. And that high, everybody at the Institute should take credit for that, but the real credit goes to the Commandant, to Seth Burrell, and all of his people. We've got one AOC, that's my Air Force Academy lingo, but one TAC here, and we've got some other folks that work there. We've got last year's RC here, and they all had a great deal to do with it, but really it started with Seth and the kind of atmosphere that he created with positive leadership, leadership by example, and that sort of thing, and still being as tough as we've ever been. And believe me, we have. I think, if anything, we were tougher last year than we've been in the past. I'm sure a lot of you would argue that. But nevertheless, it was a good year, and that's concern, the retention or attrition concern hasn't gone away, but we've made tremendous strides in that regard. Recruiting has been good, and we get all kinds of good signs, but we don't have any real good historical data because the last several years we just can't use that kind of data because already the registrar's been wrong every time he has tried to give me said this is what's going to happen. But we've had, for the first time in 20 years, I'm told, had to go to a waiting list this fall, which isn't a bad thing, because then that means you can be pretty dadgum select as far as quality is concerned. Now, it's a first-come, first-served basis up until when we did that, obviously. And we may be being more optimistic than we need to be, but nevertheless, we don't want 1,100 cadets showing up and not having a place to put them. One of the things we are doing is we'll be renovating Hagerman Barracks, and we lose some bit potential in that regard. Going down from 940, which Seth is never sure he really had to begin with, but he's counted the beds, and what is it, 878 or something like that?
We recount them, sir, which makes me wonder about my math education, but 896.
Okay, well, we got 896. That's not going into the infirmary or JRT, and so we have some other capabilities, and we're hoping that we can bring in about 950. But right now, with those that have applied and sent money and looking at the old cadets with the retention, we've had to go to a waiting list. We did that starting last week. Hopefully, we'll bring a lot of those youngsters in. Now, if someone's a water walker, he doesn't go on that, or she doesn't go on that waiting list. So there are some exceptions that are being made, but they're rare right now. And after the cadets arrive, we get warm bodies there and we can count them, we'll know where we stand in that regard. The only other thing I would mention, because I think it's going to be terribly important, and when you talk about recruiting, it'll recruit youngsters just with the knowledge of what we're doing. Now, it won't happen, well, it's going to take several years for it to happen, and that is building a computer, an academic computer-assisted type of network system at the Institute. We've already started, and as we renovate Hagerman, there's going to be a terminal, a computer terminal, for every cadet in each room. We're going to build a network where we'll be tied into the VAXs, called mainframes, minis, whatever you want to, over in the learning center, in the computer center. We'll build programs. I went in last summer for a revision to our budget for $250,000, and we're building a new math lab right now, and replacing the computers in our typing lab. But what I'm really saying is that over about a 5-year period, we're going to have a computer-assisted type of network system at the Institute, which will be second to none in the country, because there are only a few schools that have computers, a terminal that every cadet or every student can tie into a network system where you build academic programs. And I want to assure you that we will not replace the instructor in the classroom with computers. It'll supplement what we're doing there. But it's really going to be, well, it's something we all can be proud of when we complete it. And, all we need is money. But that money I can get out of the state and out of our budget. It's just I've got to be smart as I present it to the state, and I've already done that, incidentally. When I went back for that $250,000 revision, I presented the whole program, which is going to, as best I can determine, come to about $1.5 million initially, and it'll be more as time goes on. And they thought it was a great idea, and I wanted to be right up front with them as far as getting the revision is concerned, because when I come back next year, when we're building the next year's budget, I don't want them to say, well, hey, you didn't tell me that. And so they know what we're planning on doing, and they think it's a great idea. It's been a great year. I thank all of you for your support. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, it's the most supportive alumni group I've ever had the privilege of working with, and it's fun most of the time. And there's some truth to that, but the fact that you all are so supportive and you love the school so much, it's just very gratifying to me, and it's certainly been a pleasure and an honor for me to be the superintendent this past year, and I'm sure looking forward to a lot more years. Thank you.
Nobody has anything else, we'll stand dismissed until sundown, and if you're interested, do come back up. I think you'll enjoy these tapes.
Sir, could I have a little conference with whoever the wine steward is after the meeting? I'd like to visit with him a little bit about
me. I do. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loves you so true.
There's more on the inside, George. That's the worst fucking fence I've ever seen in my life. Why he pitching? Look at that. Watch it doesn't work. Look, there's gonna be fire there. It's been wet 100 times. See?
As the striptease artist said, the more you clap, the more you see.
You guys can back now. There's more on the inside. I'm all heart and generosity. You really are.
That's E. That's the milk cow blues. I forgot that.
That's all right.
Buzz, what have you got? Buzz and I haven't banged on one of these things for 40 years. An A.
Maybe 45.
Dark flag. Is that A? Or you want to play another A?
Oh, here comes another guitar. Another Arrington. No, that's not. I'm sorry.
B flat 7.
Hey, Jack.
Hurry,
There are a lot of us here.
Open up. Not the can, the guitar box. Shit.
Come on, Dave, get it out, man.
I can't even.
Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Stand by the line of the moon.
It's all stated.
You almost this started with
I'm
Jack.
going up. I'm on the wrong side of that one.
Play that kind of shit around there.
You need this stuff too?
All those old parts.
I need to go over here.
Who you talking about?
Oh, I don't know, Terry.
Back in those days, Buzz had 5
I tell you, it was a whole lot better.
It's good music whether you do it or not.
Old Stormin and Norman, I wrote this song. It's a good old song. It's in G.
I got that one.
There's a star-spangled banner waving somewhere in a distant land so many miles away. Only Uncle Sam's great heroes get to go there, where I also wish that I could live someday. I'd see Lincoln, Washington, and Perry, Nathan Hale and Colin Kelly too. There's a star-spangled banner waving somewhere. In that heaven there should be a place for me. I am crippled, that is true, sir. Do not judge my courage by my twisted leg. Let me help the leaders of corruption. Let me help to bring the axes down a peg. There's a star-spangled banner waving somewhere. In heaven there should be a place for me.
Jim Williams.
All right.
Off weekend coming up.
If you'll send Air Force One over to Hawaii, we'll get old Louie. That son of a bitch can play a guitar.
He just makes it good. Vicky just told me
Old
all he
Louie
did.
always used to do this.
Oh shit, but never gonna last for that much.
That thing won't do anything it's supposed to do.
Just pitch in there, dude. Get with it.
No way you
Who in the hell can get, I mean,
They're joking on the vine. Won't be hurting.
No, I don't.
oh, there's a
Good time to learn.
kind of remember.
I don't know her, but I slept with her once. Good clean living kid.
Ready, Parnell?
Yeah, this is
That
good.
sounds good.
You don't want the music, Dusty.
El Caso Springs Choir.
Oh, that's a good old song. I think it works.
I
Oh,
love the fucking classics.
that's the Wabash Cannonball. That's right.
I'll try to keep up with it.
She came down to Birmingham, cold December day. As she stepped into the station, you could hear people say, "There's a gal from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall." She came down to Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball. Here's the Daddy Claxton maid's name forever stand, always be remembered in the courts throughout the land. Earthly range is over and the curtains round him fall. Get him home to Dixie on the Wabash Cannonball. Here we go now. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, through the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo's call, while traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. What's the rest of that?
The Daddy Claxton, the Name Forever Stand. Did we do that?
We did that. There's another one.
There it is right there in your hand, Hisson. Tell him what he's supposed to sing.
Stand up and sing it first.
He's got the music.
Wabash Cannonball.
Don't know why there are no sit scabs in her eyes, sloppy bloat. Nice little song, clean, everything.
You forgot that voice about the... Hey, Buzz, you forgot that verse of Wabash Cannonball about Casey Jones.
Do you play a C or C7?
That is C.
Oh, Casey Jones was a rounder's name on the 6th.
But I just played that bass.
No, okay. Okay, fine. How's it go? I'll try to go.
First you tell me that you care, and now you're gone. You got me crying. No use denying. You got me wrong. If I could look inside your heart, then maybe I could find the reason why you've been leaving me all alone. Well, you say that it's not so, that you say you tried, but I know you lied. Didn't do one wrong thing to you. Won't you tell me, baby, why you wouldn't let me here so lonely? See, I miss you only, 'cause I love you. Shit. Don't do this enough. We're playing too slow. Well, you say that it's not so, that you say you tried, but I know you lied. I didn't do one wrong thing to you. Won't you tell me, baby, why you went and left me here so lonely? I miss you only, 'cause I love you. Did it ever make you sad, so you'd be mad enough to hurt me and desert me for so long? Now you're telling everyone what you done. You think it's funny, but listen, honey, you done me wrong. Well, you say that it's not so, that you say you tried, but I know you lied. Didn't do one wrong thing to you. Won't you tell me, baby, why you went and left me here so lonely? I miss you only, 'cause I love you.
All right.
All
right.
Yeah.
Isn't that a dandy?
I got one exactly like that. Same
How
size.
about that in this?
At the free store?
What kind is it? What is it?
Been through a lot of
What is
booze, I'll tell you.
Gibson, isn't it?
You know what number
Martin.
it is?
Martin?
I was telling the guys last night that
It's not mine, I think
that
it looks like Brad.
this is Mescalera
bucking
2.
horse.
Louis and a bunch of us
Now he's
playing,
rolling down.
playing down the
roll.
Cactus Gardens, and Mescalera 1, a J45 with ivory fingerboard, Gibson guitar like this.
Ran all the way down
I
there.
hit a Mescalera Apache right across
He's down there.
the bridge of the nose with it, and just busted every which way. And so this is, I call
There
this guitar Mescalera 2. Broke that first one.
Brad might get that horse back. Sell him for glue.
Excitement of the West.
That's that bucket horse, Michael.
That's Brad.
That's old Diggs. That's old Diggs horse.
What'd you say?
I seen old Jack Dean ride that horse.
That's Brad.
That's Brad.
Oh, yeah.
He rode that horse pretty good.
I thought he rode him well.
He just circled a little too much to the left.
That horse was hitting that way and he's trying to get the hook before they keep going the other way, you know?
Brad was spurring him a little bit too.
That's what got him going.
He done that before.
That's what Brad said. He wouldn't be around if he'd done that to me.
No, but I mean Brad had ridden a horse like that before.
We said he doesn't every day. He was working.
I've seen a lot of things, never seen two guys buck a guitar.
That's Mescalera too, that's Rubber Ducky.
Oh, that's good, Buzz. Hey, Buzz.
That was for Louis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do an old railroad song called All Around the Water Tank. A lot of you guys know this song now. Let's do it in D. Well, I started playing with the fiddle player the other day, and so he couldn't play anything except in the key of G if he's going to double string the fiddle. I used to always do it in a different key, but he liked to do it in D. So let's do it. For all around the water tank, waiting for a train, I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I'm just waiting for a train. They let me off in Texas, a state I dearly love. Wide open spaces all around me, the moon and stars up above. For nobody seems to want me or to lend me a helping hand. I'm 1,000 miles away from my home. I'm going back to Dixieland. Hey, dear lady, hey, dear lady, oh, dear lady, hey, dear lady, oh, dear lady. Nobody seems to want me or to lend me a helping hand. I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I'm going back to Dixieland, for my pocketbook is empty and my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I'm just waiting for a train. You didn't know that, son, bitch?
Jimmy Rogers, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Rogers.
Long.
Yeah, but I got all on there at the end of it. I was supposed to be in G and I was in A7.
Hey, Rattler.
Old Rattler?
Oh, Rattler.
Yeah, Rattler. Where you do that? All right, that's fine. You sing it. I'll help
I don't
you.
know the fucking words.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember how it goes.
Oh, here, Rattler, here, Rattler, here. Oh, Rattler down by the barn, here, Rattler, here. Oh, was a good old dog, even though he was blind. Every night at supper time, think that dog could see. Here, Rattler, here, Rattler, here. Oh, Rattler down by the barn, here, Rattler, here. Grandpa had a muley cow, the muley when she's born. Took a jaybird 40 years to fly upon her horn. Here, Rattler, here, Rattler, here. Oh, Rattler down by the barn, here, Rattler, here. Too many years. Oh, Rattler.
Counted its moon, didn't it?
Yeah, how old is the moon? Oh, Rattler was howling at the moon. I thought he'd treat a coon. When I come to find it out, he's a barking at the moon. Now here, Rattler, here, Rattler, here. Oh, Rattler down by the barn, here, Rattler, here. Oh, it's been too many years. There's about 100 verses that season. I can't remember any of them. Oh my goodness.
Does the chewing gum lose its flavor on the
A,
poetry?
You do it, Nate? For the, let's put it in D. For the train I ride is 21 coaches long. Train I ride is 21 coaches long. For the train I ride is 21 coaches long. The girl I love is on that train and gone. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Been around and seen around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yes, winter's coming on. And been around this old town too long, and I gotta be traveling on. Something about some balls on your feet or something. Damn.
You changed on that one.
I did? Went to a different song? Oh, fuck. No, I don't know all the words for any of them.
Bad frame of bull.
Jim, get up here and do the strawberry run.
I can't remember the word. Oh, okay.
Hanging around town.
When did you ever know one?
Hanging around town, just spending my time. Out of a job, not making a dime. When a feller comes up and he says, I suppose, but right by the looks of your clothes, figured me right, I'm a good buckaroo. I don't know the word.
I wish I knew
that. Don't you know the word, Jim?
Jim knows.
I know about every third one.
Yeah, well, that's the way I don't know. Well, you're one ahead of me. I don't even know every second.
Remember the old flying stuff in that, bro?
The old plan will work.
Yeah.
Lost comes right.
It's great. It's pretty good.
Says
I
I
don't want to fuck
suppose.
it up. I'll get it right next time.
Maybe we could do an old Bob Wills song called Faded Love or something. As I read from the line that you wrote to me, it's you that I am thinking of, for it was in the springtime that you gave to me, and I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven would miss the stars above, way above us. And with every heartbeat, I still think of you, and I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven would miss the stars above. And with every heartbeat, I still think of you, and I remember our faded love. What's going on?
Music ain't that bad, guys.
Well, I thought it was.
Wasn't a cow in the bunch at all.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I had about 70 head come down around my house every evening, but I don't see no bulls with them.
Oh, really?
All cows and calves.
We don't associate with one another.
Apparently not this time of the year, you know. I guess about September, next time they go to rutting and hunting them cows. You can hear them bugling and raising hell all around. Yeah, we'll get them out here. What time?
Just tell him you're going to look.
You gotta watch Buzz eat. He'll put the hurt on you.
That's right.
Buzz, when you be there? Huh? What time do you think you'll be there? Noon?
We leave here at 8.
No, you're gonna leave here at 9, I think. They're gonna take a picture at 8. 7:30. I'll give you a plan. We'll be there about 11:30. We'll be there. We don't get started at 9, we'll be there by about 12. Get started at 8:30, be there at 11:30. Okay. And I'll take him and we'll meet you. All right.
Where are we going? Where are we gonna go?
We're gonna go up the fire tower.
Okay. All right.
That is, I think we are.
So everything's subject to change. Okay. What time you want to leave?
Oh, good.
Whatever you like. Actually, that horse is so big. That's the biggest horse. The most gentlest horse I've ever been on. The one that's been honored. That's the same thing you're going to be saying about my coach.
Did he ride in the barn
He
door
just sort of,
Hey, that's the same thing you can say about me coaching watch. Goddamn, when this is the first team you've ever coached.
You don't think I'd say that?
Yes, I do. I know you now.
Did you get to know me when I was a kid?
No. I was too afraid of it. For my sophomore year. I don't know if you remember that the one time, I said, you know, how to ride this?
You get it? Did it fill it out? Yeah. Is that your blanket that we picked up last night? Hey, right, you gotta have another. Hey, Ronnie, picked it up, but hadn't been on it. Jimmy Bridges, I believe. Got her sticker, got him. Bubba, come here and get the lunch. Don't untie that thing. Yeah. Bruce? Yeah, I got rid of it. I'm not much lunch here. I can...
What do you think? Well, my shots are going to look shit. Because of the shade? Yeah. But I'll get it from the shot.
Make it look good anyway.
Damn, what is that right there?
I thought I'd take a picture. Why? Depending on how you do it, I'm having trouble with this one wide angle lens. I was going to try and take black and white and color at the same time. I hate to continually print black and white and color. They usually need it. So since I have a chance, why not? You don't just feel like, yeah, this group. So. So what I'll probably need is for you to, if you're not doing some shooting, to just with your hat provide some shade over that lens. Come on to us, use this fat lens here. Go any further over here. No. I don't have to worry about that side. This side.
You know, too, with you can put them in two rows. One job and some behind it.
Well, the way this is going to be, it's going to be a gaggle with all these horses. You can't. I don't know how we're going to do it. Yeah. And if horses don't like each other, that we're going to just kind of get them spread out and up. And knowing how things will go, they'll probably be over here. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to come back. But everybody's going to be so friggin' small. I'm going to be able to see them.
Well, you know, I got a lot of group shots. If I can just your print. Yeah. That'll give you like my favorite shot.
I can't even come close to on, Joe.
When you go 1, 2.
Let me get away. Oh, no shit.
The opening changed it. I kind of like the deal where when the music hit, that was when the guy don't come out over the hill. Was it just too long? You know the way on that little teaser that you did. Boy, that scene, that's just perfect. But it was short. It was shorter, right? Didn't you get rid of? You know where you just saw the guide on there, and then the horses came up over it. That wasn't there. I saw it come up, but it seemed to me like it came up right at the beginning.
Just fixing to push you over.
Oh, the trail later, the hill there. I forgot about that. That's the same scene.
Yeah, it was just before that.
Yeah.
That's why when you said you'll have it at the end of the month. Well, but he was still. I don't believe so.
Well, you told Larry 2 weeks. Yeah. And when he yelled at you, you said a month. Larry's going, wait a minute, you just told me 2 weeks. So he comes over and says, can I get a margin call on that?
Was it push or a pull option?
Foot call.
That's close.
Close enough.
My dad was a stockbroker.
What?
Alumni come back. When I was in those little horses, but they think y'all
Sun just right.
Audrey's unfortunately not.
No, it's just right for what I want. I want their faces in the shade.
He sells his art and passes the whole fucking place off the sea.
It wasn't even unloaded off the trailer, is it?
The shadow, you got detail in there, isn't it?
Well, he got him off
Dark
the trailer,
in the background.
It had to be
there,
already
just
saddled on the
spot
trailer.
animation.
What a sleazy looking trailer.
But see, when you shoot them in the sun with their hats.
Well, now, come on,
I
guys.
thought it was Quentin.
See mine? Okay. I got my son's pickup.
That kid's coming apart here.
Had a record down there. That insurance paid paper.
Well, I thought
It's not fixed, the money's gone. Watch out, Nick. Come on. You got these last semester.
I didn't know you.
Yeah, one semester's over. Dad, I'm gonna quit school.
Well, we've done it already. Oh, is he really? Oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't mind, because I'd like to get some panoramic shots of my own. I might even take the large one.
$32,000? All right. I'm sitting here, I said, oh, I don't know.
There's nothing else like that one. Not with all of the people here, but I got some. One of them should come out. Up the ramp.
Hokey deal. Stop. Obviously, you can't stop drinkers, then.
I know it. You didn't hear me puking in the truck.
You know, I can have Texas motherfucking spring this thing, folks. It's not the back. You got the same lamp with a hell of a lot more than us.
Roberto!
Yes. Yes. I can't afford any new ones, Bill.
know you'd overhaul your doors. Yeah, you have some dust on it. Oh, start doing right. You have to find out you get a degree in automotive doctor. Once she's done, she is sometimes. Don't want to either, do you?
Big bar out there.
That's what walked the shit out of the street.
Get a couple of
Couple of pesky mosquitoes. Maybe three. Yeah, you can afford this.
Oh, you're right over there a little bit. We might talk.
I know what that is. Good price.
Probably on that 75, 80.
Jeez, don't go forward as much.
Oh, he knew that was good. Well, see, that's, I had it there because, I mean, I didn't want him to run over.
What is this, Councilman? What's this, Nego?
I said he wants to shave.
Coqueado arriba.
He can just wipe out the back.
Where's your hat?
My hat's at the house.
God damn it, you ought to have.
Why? Oh.
Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
There's only so much I can do, and getting in it is not one of them.
Oh, I see yours.
Quentin, what's the name of the lady that was on the board?
Huh?
I'm fishing right now.
Betty. Betty.
I cleaned up a little bit.
She introduced herself and she said, yeah, she said, I'm Betty Davis. She said,
It wasn't too bad. I did
Southeast New Mexico, about the whole state.
There were a couple of people here.
I'm a little disappointed.
But I got some old stuff too.
Lazy J Bar.
Well, I didn't have it.
Serious?
Me and our band members.
That's what she's proud of me.
We haven't had Reveille.
Hey, we had taps last night, Red this morning.
I asked him for boots and saddles. He doesn't know
What
it.
time did you have Reveille?
How about attention?
6 o'clock.
We're in the truck. That's right.
Don't blow that.
Ready?
Get past you.
Yeah.
Would you get one above and I? So I can have one. Alrighty.
With your little one, I forgot my. We gotta mount this on the wall of the H&H stable.
All right.
They're a little closer. I don't want to cover up your legging.
Yeah, I don't want to cover up the legging.
Be
chase the sun on you? We'll make a poster.
Let's do one more just in case.
We'll make a poster out of this son of
Ready? Ah, your ears in back.
Your cavalry charge. That's
one of those is bound to come out.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This is gonna be. You worked your butt off to get there.
That was fun, though. That really was.
I was pissed because I wasn't there.
They still make boots like that?
I think you had a field day.
They're even better now. They've got long legs.
I'm glad nobody got that on tape. The whole proceeding before the
fold over.
I can tell already that it feels the hikers.
This will come on. And then leave this in front there. You can spread this thing wide open. Then you can put something else on the gear for a flag right into here.
What's that, little higher?
Whoever was streaming this thing up. Yeah. But you put too much on this sucker, you're gonna go. That's why I've got it right.
Joe.
This here hangs a little birdie, see? Look at the birdie. Now we move up.
Joe, tell him where to put the wagon.
Well, if we're spreading like that, then
Well, you tell him where you want it.
no, that's not bad. Let's just leave it right there. We're going to be spreading out right across this whole thing.
Okay, all the hikers up around the wagon.
That's fine.
Everybody on foot, get up
I'd
the
first
wagon.
like to leave this thing.
Okay.
Whose is this?
Right here. That's, it's Dusty's.
It's mine.
I'll look at it.
Sure.
Oh, well, wait a minute now. We needed to shade to go in.
You can have it when we get through. If you'd like to look at it for a while.
Well, we're headed over there by... I just want to take a look at it.
You're welcome to take it with you if you'd like.
Okay.
Now I'll get out of your way. Just tell me.
See what you do is you find out first what they're going to do. And you feel like this.
Am I in your shot? Tell me when you get ready to start shooting, Joe.
It's going to be a while there. You still got... No, that's it. Is this it? It may be some. It's light. Looks to me like a thread out. Well, if they could go back up, we could get in tighter. What do you think? If we could get this group over here to come in, then I can go in and it would be closer. Oh, say from about where Huey is. All of those horses on that side go up and around behind. Yeah, would that be bad? This way, then it would be, I could get closer and it would be a better shot.
Everybody that's Mick.
Where do you got this car?
How's that look?
Is there any way we can get Reggie in the sun without having him do it?
Joe,
I'm serious.
where you left your car?
Reggie, I want him in the sun.
Hey, Reggie. Yeah, you need to highlight it.
I haven't got a spot out here. We got everybody?
That's close.
Let me look at your book again. Go for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought we were waiting for whoever it was, right?